1842 from Hartlepool I moved to Crewe. Found myself a job to do, working on the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling switches, dodging hitches. I was working on the railway. 1843 I broke my shovel across my knee. Went to work for the company in the Leeds to Selby Railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling switches, dodging hitches. I was working on the railway. Yeah! In 1844, I landed on the Liverpool shore.
Good evening, everyone. Brian is unable to arrive at the moment because he's not feeling very well, so I thought I'd step in and save you all from Coronation Street.
Thank goodness for that.
And before we go any further, let's introduce my support crew. So tonight we have the wonderful Ruby Claire, all the way from freezing cold Canada. Although they're having a heat wave at the moment, it's almost 0 degrees.
That's true.
The wonderful Joe from above the Arctic Circle in the UK.
Where it's snowing.
And
Good
Terry.
evening.
And me. You got the joys of me today.
Sorry about that. Oh, I forgot Terry.
Again.
And of course, yes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, of course, covering for Brian means that Terry can't go on holiday because I'm covering the wrong person.
Marvellous, isn't it? And Brian said, I can't do one tonight. And Pete immediately said, I'll do it for you. I've got to get Ruth to make a request 3 months in advance. It's not good enough.
Yeah, totally fair. Anyhow, what we're going to be doing tonight?
Hopefully making wood chips.
Then make some shavings. That's the main plan.
Lovely old job.
I've got this piece of wood that was given to me by Paul Green from the Bristol Club. The piece of ash. It's a little bit rough sawn, so I'm going to lose some of that thickness, and there isn't much of it to start with. So it's going to be a platter. Or Terry suggested I make a light pool, which is put it on the lathe that way and turn it down.
Yeah.
But anyway, go for a platter. It's about 12-inch diameter, and I don't know about the thickness really because it's all over the place. But we put it on a woodworm screw. I did this the other day, and I did a clasper. I put a small ball on the woodworm screw, turned it nice and round, polished it nice and shiny. Couldn't get it off.
Yeah.
Which is what Wayne did up at Harrogate. But,
Then you take the chuck off and throw it away.
I understand he did draw a very large audience.
He did.
yes.
All
Yes,
weekend.
it's one of the most popular turns of the weekend, I believe.
Very good.
Let's change that to something a bit bigger.
They wanted to see what a very old man looked like. You know.
Well, Wayne has just suggested, Pete, that you make sure you can get that back off.
I think this diameter, I should be able to get this one off. The shop that I supply has asked me for small ones for Christmas presents so you can sell them cheap. So I don't like doing really because you end up spending almost as long on a 3 or 4 inch bowl as you do on a 10-inch bowl.
Yeah.
And it gets a bit annoying.
Especially if you don't get much for it. You get paid less than what
yeah,
it's,
you
what
don't
your
get a lot of
time
money
is
for
worth.
it. Oh, what view should we have? Should we have that one?
Yeah.
That one to start with.
Perfect.
Marcus joined us. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
I went to see Mark last night doing a live demo. Right.
Not much room in that shirt. Get on, Joe.
What's going on?
Right. Would you like me to read out who's in the chat, Pete?
Yes, please.
Okay. welcome and good evening, everybody. First in the chat that I've got is Doors60, Andy. We've got Norman Greenwell. Copperell wood turning, Rob.
It's all going wrong so far. Hang on.
Plenty of time.
Go on, Joe. Sorry.
Okay, we've got Wayne the wood turner.
Wayne.
We've got Rob Klingspor, Abrasives UK.
Rob.
Paul Hoyton, the Gravesbury turner. Brian Altanero de Madeira. We've got Weeval. Mike Evans. The Yorkshire Git, Glyn.
Hello, Glynis.
We've got Mike, Dances with Aardvarks. Alex Wurzel, the Wood Butcher. Susie Swiss Wood Turner. Andy the Valley Wood Turner. Vinnie Charlton. Andrew the Wavy Woodshed. Clint at Wood Dancers. Alan Gibb. Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks. Gentleman Wood Turner, Mark. Oh, it's only come in since I was first looking. Steve Hale. And I think we're down to the bottom. I'm hoping I've not missed anybody out, but if I have, I do apologise. Oh, and we've got Fred Gilliver just joined us.
Yeah. Dewey
And
Shed.
Dewey Shed.
Just trying to find out where my flat is. It's still not quite there yet.
Okay.
Evening, everybody. Hope you enjoy what Pete's making today.
Oh,
I'm sure they
ash.
will enjoy him. Unless we get to harass him a whole lot.
Well, we can do that. That's easy enough. But we let him get halfway through first. It's a nice looking piece of wood, actually.
It is. Some promises some nice ripple in this when I get into it.
Mm.
I keep hearing beeps.
Is
Yeah.
somebody getting notifications?
Mike
yeah, that's
Hughes
me, I'm afraid. Sorry about that.
I will let you off.
What is your channel, Pete? You can have as many beeps as you want.
Exactly. Mike Hugh Ilminster's in. Good evening, Mike. Did you?
Yeah.
You sure?
Don't forget any questions, people. Please stick a question mark in front of it or something, or a big capital Q or two, so we can just pick it out easily.
This
My
is a
eyes
piece
are
of
the best of
ash.
eyes. Now, Pete's intending to do a platter, he thinks, tonight. But should it be an OG shape or round? Bowl platter. He's not a favourite of OGs, are you, Pete?
I think he's ignoring you.
Yeah. And the intermediate's in.
Good evening, Andy.
Because he's not a learner anymore, turning too long.
Sorry, my volume has gone right down. Can't hear a damn thing.
Right,
sorry.
Don't worry.
A lot of movement in the grain on that piece.
Mm.
Yeah, I've lost quite a lot of thickness just getting it flat, and I'm going to lose the same off the front. So this is going to be basically a plate.
That's all right. Nice plate. Look good.
That would be good even if it was a light plate. If all else fails.
That is flat now. So let's try and get a finish on that.
You're going to put a mortise or tenon? It's just small.
I'm going for mortars, I think. Going for a large mortars.
Now Wayne's put in a link for his camel thorn bowl that he turned at Harrogate. I presume that's the one that got stuck.
Couldn't get off, probably, yeah.
Mark has a question for the chat. How many times did Pete try to steal his chuck and piranha jaws last night?
Who says 7? I would say 10. Pete works by binary, doesn't he? So 10, base 10, I would think.
How did I miss that?
Wow.
Lucy Bundy Rojas joined us. Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
Hope your birthday was a really good one.
Oh yeah, she got really old again, didn't she?
She did, didn't she? Yeah. Really old.
Yeah, but she'll never catch up to us, Terry.
No, never do that, mate. Never do that, Ruby. Jennifer's in. Jennifer's Craft and Graces. Jen.
Hi, Jennifer.
Oh yeah.
No, ours will never catch up to us, Ruby.
Temple Boy Turnings is in.
Don't know about you, but I'll be long gone before she
Evening,
gets to my
Steve.
age.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve. Bob the cat's in.
Steve gave an excellent demo last night for Worldwide Woodturners.
Right.
I don't know. He's getting pretty good at this demonstrating business.
I won't be able to stand up in front of people and do it.
I think he's had a bit of practice, though, Ruby.
Just a mite.
A little bit.
It's just a matter of just do it and get on with it, innit? Pretend they're not there works.
What do you do?
Or
Imagine
know that they are
naked.
Know that they are there. Yeah, do that. I'll do sometimes. I'll do that sometimes.
No, I don't.
Laugh to myself.
No, my imagination is too graphic.
Yeah, so was mine. You got me thinking a whole different light now, Ruby. Pack it in.
Folks, got through my computer. I can't hear a damn thing.
No, we can't hear you very well either.
I can hear you when you stop and talk, but not whilst you're turning. Although we can't hear the work being cut either. So.
Pete, you're all covered in mushrooms.
That's what I said. There's not mushroom in that shirt.
Well, he must have been hanging around Brian to have a shirt like that. I know he didn't borrow one of Brian's, so.
Andy, Work Learners asking me to swap mics with you. No, you're going to stick with my voice, Andy. And any more sarcasm like that, I'll give you a timeout. Because I can.
Mark Harvey's in.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Good evening, Mark. Got in there before you, Bray.
I was going to carry on and say it, but I thought, I heard you go, and take an intake of breath. I thought she's going to say Mark Harvey. I'll let her do it because she'll be all upset if I don't.
Roger Kent's in. No one won't be upset at all.
You will. You'll go, oh, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I'm just going to mark your cards and
Okay,
when I'm next down there, sort you out.
Careful or I'll put you both in timeout.
You can't do that, Ruby.
You can't do that for
a moderator. You can't do that. You can't. You're stuck with us.
Snowballs at dawn, Bray.
Yeah.
Snowballs at dawn.
Well, I do like this piece of wood, though.
Can you hear me on that?
Yes.
Excellent.
Fine, loud and clear.
Hopefully I'll be able to hear you as well. Right,
You might want to set it back then, Pete.
But when you start cutting, can you hear us while you're cutting? Just to see it makes
Find out in a sec.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
We're on a roll.
Too low.
We're on a roll.
It's a nasty knot.
It's your age, Wayne. Wayne says to Lucy, I came in from my lie last night and fell asleep on the couch. It's your age, Wayne.
No.
I do that as well. Sometimes before the live.
Is that why you're sometimes late?
No, I'm never
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
It's usually Pete's fault. He's
When he's
asking
late, it's usually because he's eating ice cream.
Really? Yeah. I like my
Or
little.
Ruth hasn't woken him up yet.
Yeah, Ruth hasn't woke me up. Yeah, that's it.
Boy, you're lucky you've got her, Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some, yeah, I don't know. Swings and roundabouts. She's lucky she got me. That's what I keep saying.
Oh,
Well,
No
that's
comment.
debatable, Terry.
No, she's lovely, really.
Yes, she is, and I've
We're
met her.
We're gonna swap her for a new lathe. Since she bought the last one for me.
You say you can't swap for a new leg because you bought you the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, now as Steve points out, demonstrating at 2:30 in the morning makes you a little tired too. I thought he did remarkably well for what time of night it was.
yeah. It's not the time of day to be fully awake, is it?
What makes you go on at 2 a.m. then? Is it like because you work nights or something, or just
Well,
you?
no, that's what
It's
time.
American thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
What,
In
sorry?
Canada.
Oh,
no,
right.
it was an American thing, and it's on at 7 in the evening in the States. So right there, you're starting at midnight.
Yeah.
Oh, so he had to, you had to start at midnight our time to demonstrate for them. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I would just say no. Sorry, I can't do that.
That's okay. I got another phone call at 5 o'clock in the morning because somebody over there forgot the time difference. Figured I should be up by 10 in the morning.
There's 3 different time zones in the United States, isn't there?
Yes.
There's only 3.
I think it's 3. I'm not sure.
Yep, there's 3.
Eastern, Central, and
Pacific.
Western. Yeah? Pacific. That's it. And where's your timeline then, Ruby, as against theirs? Like, is it yours Eastern,
I'm
Central? What is
Eastern.
it?
Actually, there are 4 zones in the States.
Right. Oh, yeah. Tom's just.
It's actually a West Coast thing, isn't it? So it's even later again.
Well, the meeting last night wasn't West Coast.
Todd says mountain time.
Mountain time, yeah.
Mountain time. Plus Alaska and Hawaii. All right.
Oh, I'd love to go to Alaska.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's God's
Cold. Go there in the summer when fancy in the winter.
It's big and empty-ish.
Yeah.
If you don't get frostbite and die from that, you'll get eaten by a bear.
Now Steve got 2 hours notification when he was asked to be the demonstrator last night because the guy who was supposed to do it took ill.
Right.
Yeah, so that's when he walked into the workshop. So he didn't have much time to have the heat on in there, and it was pretty cold.
-1.
Plus, you got to think of what you're going to demonstrate in it right away.
Right.
You know.
A lot of people
No time
would
to
be,
prep.
yeah, a lot of people would be stumped on, hey, you've got to make a demo worldwide in 2 hours.
Lovely. I like that sort of thing.
On the other hand, Steve is just so talented. His problem was picking which demonstration to do.
Out of which one? Yeah.
So what I'm doing at the moment is just looking for where my top edge is because, as I said earlier, this is
is a bit thick
It's
and
not a
thin.
plain piece of wood. It's a rough sawn piece of wood, so it's a bit all over the place.
Mm.
But
Now,
that's fine.
when I get to that point, I make a cut in from the left so that I can find where the top edge is.
Yeah, I'll probably do that in a minute. Just need to sort myself out a bit here.
It's looking good.
Todd says Texas is that big. It has 2 time zones. Right.
Let me know.
Evening, Paul Kavanagh.
Hello, Paul.
Paul's joined us.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
You're going to get snow tomorrow, Paul, apparently, according to the news tonight. Northern Ireland.
Time to put snowshoes on.
Mm.
Yeah, time to get the reindeer out too and the moose.
Mm.
It won't snow this weekend. It's stuck in there for some reason. So we're going that way. Try to engage in a minute as well.
Timberwolf says,
Yeah.
I wish that was the case. It was almost more like deciding which project could end up the least catastrophic.
And Paul Kavanagh says, my house got 2 time zones, GMT and teenager, which is 2 hours behind.
And Andy says that Pete's that tall, he has 2 time zones too.
Yeah.
You're right, he is that tall. I found out.
Yep.
He is tall as Pete.
That could be that we're short, though, Ruby.
I would never admit to
we're
that.
we're just normal sized
Yeah,
here.
we're normal because Lucy's short and she forgot that. So we're normal. Pete's not. Lucy's not. Right. Sorry.
Well, I'll tell you, at the Hamilton Wood Show, standing between Mike Davies and Craig Heffron, I started feeling like a bloomin' midget.
Well,
Well,
Ruby, you are.
Vinny Charlton's in. Hello, Vinny.
We said hello to Vinny already
Did you? Oh,
at the beginning.
good diddly.
It's all right, let you off.
Yeah, it's
Stick
snow
with
in
me,
Nottingham
you'll
this
be
morning.
right.
Yeah, it's no snow in Nottingham this morning. Being normal is boring, says Lucy Bundy Rule. Yeah, I agree. I'll never be normal.
No, I'm not normal. Anyone who's met me knows I'm not normal.
Even those that haven't met you know you're not normal.
Yeah, comes across really clearly.
Yeah, it's true. Steve Templeboy Turner says we're turning community is so huge that we're all in each other's time zones. That's true because it doesn't matter when we're on now. We're all in the same time zone, aren't we? Video wise.
And Andy, you best keep it zipped.
A global
Just Ruby's
community.
Ruby's going to have her afternoon tea break now, and we're having our evening tea break. Yeah.
Tea break? What's a tea break?
Well, you know what I mean.
Are you ordering your tea and your biscuit?
No, I got
No,
I
I
got me
didn't go
Toblerone.
take a tea break. Slipped out to bring my husband's walker in the house.
Oh, brought him in with it.
No, I left him out there.
Yeah, I did. I
That's
let
all right.
I let him back in the house.
Well, that's so kind.
The other night in the live, I hollered at him, and since his name's Wayne as well, Wayne thought I was hollering at
All
him.
right.
I thought I had muted myself.
Ah,
Immediately, Wayne dropped his bow gouge and stood to attention.
Actually, Wayne and I at that time were earworming for Doug.
Right.
But he still stood up at attention, I understand.
Yeah. And your Wayne thought, oh, she's talking about Wayne, the wood turner's no problem. It's not hollering at me.
My apologies again, Wayne.
Susie's got plenty of snow where she is in Switzerland, which is to be expected, I should imagine.
Yeah.
As Steve says, he thinks the wood turning community is so huge now that we all live in each other's time zones. And I think you're right, Steve.
Nice thin dish that'll be, Pete, I reckon. May get a platter out of it. It's looking about 1.5 inches, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting thinner. Still a bit there.
Michael McEwen's in.
Michael?
Hi, Mike.
Good evening.
That's got to be it. Yeah, it's going to be a plate.
Yeah, it's going to be a plate.
Okay.
That's fine.
Lucy likes the carving behind you, Ruby.
Thanks very much, Lucy. There was a carving of Santa with his reindeer, and then I turned the background to mount it on.
Yeah, it's a bit good, that. Stick it up to the camera, Ruby.
Why, you want to show it?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, look at that now. Gorgeous. Cool, look at that.
That's amazing.
How long did that take, Ruby?
a lot
many?
longer than it should have.
Yeah.
The
Lot of
main
work
reason
there.
being there was a lot of sanding to finish it up, and then I had to decide, do I want to paint Santa and the reindeer or leave them plain? And I think I like them plain.
Lovely.
Yeah, I like
that.
the plane as
Right.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I have
Stick it back
another
in that
one on
mode.
the go.
Mm.
Yeah, you got to show as much as you can at the moment, Ruby, because obviously you got to burn it in a month's time.
All right.
Only if it gets cold enough.
Keep her warm. Yeah.
It'll all be
Wooden
over and
Burl's in.
done with.
Haley from Wooden Burl is in. Haley.
Good evening.
I might refine this
Paint.
edge a bit later on.
Wayne's back. Wayne's been out to check out Jane is. She okay? Hopefully. Steve thinks that's not bad, Ruby. A couple of years, you'll be more years experience, should be good.
Yeah, well, I can cross my fingers.
Keep plugging at it. Keep working at it. Yeah.
And no, Todd, I don't have more talent than 20 of you put together. My only talent is that I've learned how to learn. I spent a lot of time going to school.
You do, I must admit.
So what grade are you starting at, Pete? Maybe can't hear me.
Yeah. It's probably making more noise than we can hear, so yeah. Where's the wood pitcher wonders what school is.
Well, some of us leave school and don't look back, do we?
Yeah, it's where you get taught to do something, Wurzel.
Some of us never leave school.
Nope, or every
I'm
day's a
really
learning day.
hard at school. You know, I did my best.
It's a piece of ash, Fred.
That's all you can do is do your best.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that tonight.
You know. Well, I'm sure it'll get better.
Slow it down a
Look
bit.
at that's back. Popped up from.
What did Lucy say? Can't say what.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Missed it.
Steve makes a good point. We all get opportunities to learn every day, but it's the listening that people seem to struggle with learning.
Pardon?
Oh,
You just proved your point, Steve. No, Lucy, education is not wasted on the young. They realize it when they get old.
Yeah. We all tend, well, not all of us, but some people tend to just ignore.
It's Graham watching, Joe.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I got the tool marks there then. Just for you, Graham.
Oh, yeah. Compare it with this then. Greg Alexander's in. Hello, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
And Wayne's got to leave. See you, Wayne.
Cheers, Wayne.
Bye for now, Wayne.
Take care, mate.
Chris from Bailey Woodworks is in.
Hello, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. My philosophy is that education is a lifelong job.
Lifelong participation.
Right. Do you have sandpaper on that, Pete?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a diddy little drill.
Well, there's
You just
nothing wrong with it.
Or you just got big hands.
Scary. Right. Gotta remember, Pete's of the giant tribe.
Yeah. Probably you got big hands, that's what it is.
I do apologise. That's all wrong with you, really, isn't it? Terry's fault.
My fault.
It's
I
everybody's
don't care.
fault.
I got a wide back. I can take it. Like water off a duck's back.
Quack.
Bring it on. Bring it on. I don't care.
Come a bit closer and show Glenn the tool marks.
Oof.
There, Glenn, look at that. Look.
So, Pete, exactly how tall are you?
Sorry, Roo, what was that?
I
You
told
have
you.
Alex wants to know how tall you really are.
I'm only 6'3".
And I can
Jim.
verify he's well over 6 feet.
So
James
I mix all these
Crawfordson.
midgets like Terry and Lucy.
Mark says he's 7'2". Look, bloody looks like me.
Especially when you're standing beside him.
Oh, he just towers above you, doesn't he?
Now, Rob says that you need more of that 24 grit, Pete.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a demo at Yandles, and Rob was kind enough to pop along and have a watch. So I introduced him to the crowd and said, he's seen my turning, so he only supplies 20 and 40 grit to me.
Glyn says the tool marks are because you ride a cruiser.
And that'd be it.
Prove his handmade.
I don't ride anything for at least another 3 months at the moment. Too damn
No.
cold.
A bit fresh.
I'm not happy with that bit there. It's just torn out. Don't know why. It's not end grain, so it shouldn't be. But
Well,
If it's dried out wood, though, that can happen.
yeah,
Now, Mark says that would benefit from oil sanding, Pete.
yes, it would.
Lovely
However,
grain.
I should do that later. I'm gonna just
carry on.
chuck some mess on there so you can see what's underneath.
Wow.
We'll call that piece the eye of the storm.
That's nice.
I'll come back to that
timber.
later on
That's lovely timber.
friction drive to finish sanding that up properly because it's going to take a while. It's,
Alan the woodpecker is in.
Evening,
Good
Alan.
evening, Alan.
good
Oh,
evening.
That's a new name to me.
Now, Mark Harvey is asking, how do you oil sand?
Well, you get some oil.
Any particular kind?
No, not really. Mineral oil will do it. Danish oil will do it. Just some oil.
Dip your sandpaper in.
Put it in a shallow trough. Put your sandpaper in it and get a selection of oil and abrasive. Work your way through the grits as per normal, but usually at higher grits, and it creates a slurry of sawdust and oil, which fills in any sort of small holes and things like that as you go around. You get a much smoother sounding surface, which is probably how I would deal with this particular piece of wood. Because if you can see the ripple here,
Yes,
causing the
bouncing.
grain to tear out in places that you wouldn't normally expect it to. But live is not really the best time to be dealing with that. So
Do it
Terry
later, eh?
Bartlett's in.
Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Grandma Roof Tube's in.
Hi, Ruth.
Hello, Roofy.
Bruce, Terry was making cannons in the workshop and firing paint all over the place.
Hey, shut your mouth, you. You're not supposed to say that.
Hi, Ruth.
She was out.
Blooming
He,
heck,
wa-
he
he
didn't
was.
take a breath when he said that.
I witnessed it.
She was out. She was out. You're not
I
supposed
know.
to say that.
He waited till you went out, Bruce, so he could do it. But I said I'd grass him up, so I did.
Now,
Yes.
Terry, I have a question. Did
Oh.
you just dip the end of the?
No. I used a pen, a biro, an ink pen with but I took the middle out of it, and I used a pen that had a straight tube and not curved down to the nib, and then I poured Joe Sonia paints, but it was thick, so I squeezed them in so they wouldn't run down, and then put a wad in behind it of what's it called, cotton wool, from a little cotton bud.
Yep.
And then aimed it and pulled the trigger on my air gun.
Okay,
Shot
because that part you didn't really show. It was kind of off camera.
Oh, I think I did show it because I did it twice.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't on at the right time
Oh,
to Terry. Yes, that was the problem.
I might have not been in the right sort of area of the screen. I thought I
Yeah.
was there. But yeah, basically you load the paint, and I didn't water the paint down at all because but if I water it down, it'll run down the tube when I'm trying to, fill it in. So I squeezed it in, and because it was only sort of, I don't know, 3 millimeters across or whatever, the pen, or 4 millimeters, then it stuck to the sides, and I just squeezed enough in that I thought I'll squeeze about a quarter of an inch of thickness of paint in there, and it stayed there. Then obviously leveled the tube back up, put a bung in behind it of cotton wool, just tiny little cotton bud, just to act as a projectile, so it would all come out at once and not spit everywhere. And then push that down slightly out the way of the air gun tube, thin nozzle on the air gun, and boom, bang.
Now, Douglas Mungham was in briefly, and he just wanted to say hi, and that's a superb piece, Pete. And he wishes everyone a great weekend.
And you.
And you, Douglas.
Well, it's going to be cold this weekend, so I don't know if we'll have a great weekend. I can't go very far this weekend unless I do a big detour, because the road outside of the railway station, which is just around the corner from where I live, there's being locked off, and they're working on the railway part of it, and they're relaying it. So we've got to do a long detour, even just to go up to the village. So I might just be staying in. Although I have got to go to my allotment one of the days. Somebody's bringing some stuff for me.
Well, Ruth says she doesn't enter the garage much, so she's unsure if there was a mess or not. As long as her dryer still works, she doesn't mind.
I covered the dryer with it's quite the way out of the way, but just in case, I have covered it with plastic.
So you won't be going out for breakfast then?
Well, that is the breakfast. We've got to go, instead of a 5-minute walk, it's going to be about a 15-minute drive.
Okay.
Because they've closed the footpath as well. Nobody can cross the railway at all. They've actually closed the footpath as well as the road.
Well, now you'll have to eat less breakfast because you won't be able to wear it off with some exercise.
Well, I could walk. It'd take us half an hour to walk around, I suppose. But maybe more than that. Probably take an hour to walk around. I should just drive up. Easy enough. I can wear it off, Ruby. I don't eat that much anyway. I eat very little compared to some. Very little.
Yeah, my husband eats lots, but he gets thinner, and I eat little and I get heavier.
Ah.
That's what happens with women. We're so unlucky.
Perhaps it's your hormones.
Probably. There's too many of them.
More like a lack of them.
Mm. Not always eating. Virgil. Well, I like my ice cream. I like my, whatever after.
Everybody knows you like your ice cream.
Apparently, I've got to pay for breakfast now Saturday, look, because my daughter's coming as well, and my granddaughter. So look, looks like I'm going to be skint, and they're going to fleece me before 4 full breakfasts. Even my granddaughter, and she's only 8, would order a full breakfast, 2 of everything, and she's skinny as a rake.
Yeah, but she's young enough to burn it off, isn't she?
Well,
I bet she's on the go all the time.
Never stops.
You were probably the same way at that age.
I was definitely very thin at that age. In fact, I was 10 stone all the way up until I was 22, 3. Started to put a bit of weight on.
Quite a lot for a hobbit, really.
It's really. And I'm not that big now, really. I'm not.
10 stone and 4'2".
A little bit more than that, maybe.
Okay, so I'm getting down to more practical wood now.
It's at the village hall, Mark. Up in the village hall. Breakfast. Very cheap. Lovely it is. Once a month they have it.
Now, Rob wants to know what time you want us all there, Terry.
All at the village hall by 10 o'clock.
I bet his goes for 9, so it'll be all over and done with.
No, it don't start till 10.
All right, okay.
Opens at 10 o'clock. Ruth and I try to get there for 10 because, and then we order our cooked breakfast, which is hash browns and sausages and bacon and eggs and beans and tomatoes and mushrooms and toast.
What? No oatmeal porridge?
Oh no! Well, you can have that first if you like, but I don't. I'll just go straight for the biggie. You can have your porridge first. They do, they do all that as well. Malcolm Douglas is in. Hey, Malcolm.
Hi, Malcolm.
Evening, Malcolm.
Babysitting.
Ooh.
Yeah, Ruth paid for the last 3 lunches, so I ought to buy her breakfast, didn't I, really?
That's the least you could do.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't tell you that she paid for the 3 before that as well.
Yeah. I think I paid for the last breakfast we went up there, which was about 2 months ago, maybe. Was it 2 or 3? I can't remember. We missed last month. We were away.
Well, you're away almost all the time, aren't you?
Yeah, I tend not to be here if I can help it. A lot of places in the world I've got to see.
Can't disagree with that.
No, Ruth's the same. She's on the same wavelength as me, mind. When we get to, I just got to say, I just got to say to her. In fact, she was looking at a holiday blinking brochure when I went over our evening meal tonight. I just got to say to her, what we're doing in a few months' time. She said, "Oh, it's a nice place to go on holiday." That. Oh well, okay, let's go. Spend our kids' inheritance. I don't care.
It's about you enjoying your money.
It is.
Why not? You earned it.
Yep. Well, yeah, Ruth only just gave up work last year, wasn't it? Last July.
Yeah.
She's still thinking she's still got that bug in her for work, like she still gets the twinges now and again to go to work. I said she can go back to work if she wants. I know she's listening. She can go back to work. I don't mind.
Well, anytime she wants to work, she can come over here. I have lots of cooking and cleaning she can do.
Yeah. I was going to say she likes looking after the sick and the needy, but that might be the same thing. She was with you. You're the needy one. Need somebody to do your cooking and cleaning.
Right. Absolutely.
So what I've been doing when I was working my way in there is looking at the back and trying to mirror it to the front. So that's kind of where I want my rim to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then my gravy space underneath that. So that's where the dish will go in.
Cool. That's a stunning piece of the white and the brown. I mean, it's unbelievably white for a start.
Yeah. Well, the reason I did it this way around is it's not as badly split, but it doesn't go all the way through. So I don't know which direction it goes off in, but I presume it's that way.
Yeah.
In fact,
you might still have it when you get the bottom.
Yeah, that lies in with that tear out that I've got at the back.
Yeah, it's probably
so that's that problem that I had there. But yeah, so I wanted to get rid of that, but also you see all this is really looking quite promising for a finish.
It's beautiful.
However, my bowl gouge is completely blunt, so I've got some high silicate in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Excuse me a sec. Well, Terry does a song and dance routine. I'll sharpen up.
Go sharpen it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, looking at that knot, and it looks like it's the eye of a storm. So I think you should call that eye of the storm.
Well, hopefully I'll get rid of that. Storm gone might be
Well,
the answer.
well, I don't know. It might sort of just thin down, going out to a thin branch. It might thin down a bit and then just look lovely in the middle. Looks like Saturn spinning.
All will be revealed.
Steve says you got to turn a salad bowl for a work collie. He can't believe he said it. You would. Well, life's a bitch.
At this point, I think I would be using a bottom feeder to take out that center part.
Maybe later. Not quite there yet.
It's not that deep at the moment, is it? They need to worry about that. But when it goes down the next level,
It
maybe.
just knocks the edge off this gouge completely. So I did sharpen it before I started tonight, but it's now
And you've only used one tool so far, or two tools so far, Pete. It's not good enough.
yeah, I'm a bit short tonight.
Ruth says she loves the colors in green, Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's nice to get out of timber that's full of grainy colors and different things in it. You know, you get a piece of plain old sycamore, you got to color it. But this, you know,
If you colored this, that would be criminally.
oh no, you wouldn't color that. I'm saying, you know, when you get a rubbish old piece of just plain sycamore or plain maple that doesn't nothing in it,
Something's wrong with
you
my
got to color
toolbrush.
it.
It keeps falling down.
Is it not a very good hold on it, or is it you didn't tighten it up?
It must have got a bit of oil on it, I think, because it's just slipping a little bit.
That's cutting better.
Yeah.
2 or 3 cuts, sharpen it again, I reckon. Andy Woodwork Learner said, Pete, are you going to cut it as thin as Wayne did on his last piece? I don't know what that was. Did he go through? Sneak small arts in, Clive.
Evening, Clive.
Hi, Clive.
What day is it? Day Thursday.
I hope you're going to use a depth gauge sometime this evening.
Maybe.
Don't forget there is a mortise this time. You normally use a tenon.
I'd be real upset if you take this one too deep.
Ruth wants to know how Lisa is, Pete. When you can hear us.
Baz from Real Simple Things is in.
Well,
Hi,
Baz.
Baz.
Oh, Bernie did
Figure out what's wrong here. I moved the
Go on.
headstock earlier.
Hmm.
Would it help if you turned your tool rest in?
No, just need to get the tailstock out of the way. So I moved the headstock up to get it on camera, and now the gap between the two isn't what I'm used to. I just moved it back a bit.
Hmm.
Now we are really talking about a plate here, Ruben. I'm not far in at all.
Yeah.
Just remember, it's not a very deep piece.
It's steeper there.
Hard piece of word, isn't it?
It looks like it's a joy to cut, actually.
Hmm. Well,
It's a little bit stringy. It's a little bit fighting me. High silicate, I think.
Ah, the grain in that
Um,
is just spectacular.
There you go,
measure
Ruby.
time. Measure time. Ruth asked just now how Lisa's getting on.
Sorry, what was that?
Say, Ruth asked just now how Lisa's getting on. She okay?
Oh, she's okay.
Good.
Getting through this. Right, so I've got about 5 inches left there, Ruby. The metric version.
You lie like a rug, Pete, flat out.
A cheap rug. Cheap rug.
You didn't have 5 inches to start.
I get confused about metric and imperial. Right.
Not
Gonna mix
significantly
tractor on again.
reduced.
Yeah.
It does look like Saturn surface.
So that knot doesn't come out the back, but it does go to within 5 mil of the back.
Yeah, that's good. It'll stay there then. Won't get loose.
And it will need a little bit of brass powder or something to fill that knot because there's a crack in it. But
Yeah, I'll get over that.
be a little bit careful with the sanding because I've got all these steps in the edge. Give it
On
some
around.
look that I don't want to sort of flatten off.
Nice to have a set of 6 of those, isn't it, or something like that? You sit down to the table and eat.
Yeah. Although you wouldn't want to use it, would you? It's too pretty.
Special occasions.
240.
I hear your parrot chirping away in the background, Joe.
Oh, yes, it's the little one. It's the one that you always hear.
Thought it was Glyn then. Chirping
She
away.
just launched herself off a swing to the cage side. It's like Spider-Man. Shh.
Nice view of your hair, Pete.
Yeah, bit of ginger in it.
Mm.
Bit of old tear out there, which I've treated as a spot treatment. Now blend it back in again.
How come you never offered me a lovely piece of wood like that when I was there?
Oh,
He actually gave me a
Oh, here
nicer
we go.
piece than this,
There we go.
but
Moan, moan, moan. Whinge.
he's
whine.
he's playing a gig tonight, so he can't be here. So I said I keep the nicer piece until he's available to watch. Right, I've got a hole in here,
Right.
centre of the knot. What I'm going to do is take the chuck off, lay it flat, and deal with that hole.
Yeah, because you don't want your soup running out, do you?
I'm actually looking at this thing as more of a wall hanging than a plate, but
Hmm.
I don't actually use wooden plates. Same as I don't use wooden goblets to drink from because alcohol tastes nicer out of glass.
Does.
certainly does.
You don't waste any absorbing into the wood either. Other way.
So what are you going to use to fill the hole?
So what I'm going to do is a bit of super glue and a bit of brass. A bit of brass powder.
Probably.
The workshop spoon, not the kitchen spoon.
Mm-hmm.
It may have been a kitchen spoon once, but now it's not. Don't tell Lisa.
Now's your
I need a
chance to get
funnel
your
for the
own back.
workshop, actually. I need a funnel for the workshop, and I went through the kitchen when Lisa was out the other day. I couldn't find one. Might even have to go and buy one.
No.
Oh, yeah.
She's hidden them that well. Right, so I'm putting a little bit of, this is medium glue, medium thickness, into my hole. And then spoonful of brass powder.
Clive
This
is
is the
asking
same
who's the.
stuff that you can buy in the special pots. pay a lot of money for. We can buy it in a plastic bag on eBay, and if you've got a metal pot, a nice plastic pot to put in, you could put it in there. But it saves you a lot of money.
I just go over to the local hardware store and ask them to keep the shavings after they cut keys.
Yeah, you could do that. We don't have a hardware store here that is friendly. So.
Fred's asking what diameter is, Pete. Please.
It's 12-inch.
Started off 12 by 2, Fred, but it was pretty buckled, pretty warped. So
Yeah, it's pretty warped on the cut, and wasn't doing what I wanted.
Yeah.
I've had to sort of cut it down to fit. Can't really see it, but I've got maybe it'll show up when it's waxed. I've got a roll in here, and then another roll in here. So it's kind of more like a wall hanging than a plaster, really. But
Yeah.
it won't matter. Right, so that was a bit of thin that I put on there. And chuck some activator at it. Stick it back on and sand that flat.
Glad you didn't have the experience I had earlier today. I opened my CA glue and got it all over my fingers.
Ooh dear. My tip for CA glue is never use it on anything you can't pick up and carry.
True.
Get stuck to it. You want to be able to walk back to some
wherever.
and get it off again.
I still remember the one person who did a demo and managed to CA glue her hands to the lathe.
Quick.
That was not a very nice scene.
Donna Love Angel is in. Hello, Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Rob from Klingspor says, Pete, why brass and not any other metal?
I use other metals. I never use steel or iron with oak because that will just cause the tannins to go crazy. But I actually like brass and bronze are my favourite two, really.
I would agree.
Copper in yew and things like that. Copper looks quite nice, but
sometimes a bit of pewter. That's quite good.
The other one I like is red. And there is no metal, obviously, that I can use that's red, but I get this red powder. It's actually a plastic.
You can use
red
rose
powdered
gold.
plastic, and that looks good in a lot of woods. But I'm out of it.
Real rose gold would look good, Pete. That's reddish.
Yeah.
Expensive, but
right. So I'm just going to sort of rest my arm here to hold it. What's like? Knock that down flattish. Now I'm going to spin it and give it another light sound. This is 240 grit, by the way, everybody.
Steve says the softer metals are easier on the tools too.
They are easier on the tools.
I like turning pewter.
I tend, if I'm just doing cracks like this, then I tend to do it after I finish cutting them, and it's just the abrasive that's working on it. But yeah, it is a consideration. I know that there was a little fad for a while of using corals and sands and stuff as fillers.
Yeah, just
trying to cut
it away.
Which a bad plan, that. It's okay if you don't like your tools. I've got a little bit of a sharp corner here, so I'm just going to grab this piece of 240. Just in my hand. Just work that sharp bit off.
About an inch in from the outer lip, it looks like you have an extra step there.
I do. There's actually three. It's one there, and one there. I
Okay,
don't
and
think I'll show up properly until I've waxed it.
that was on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose to just give it a rim, something a bit more interesting.
Okay.
We'll see
Mark,
when it's shiny whether it shows up or not.
yeah, Mark says he's used bone before to fill those holes.
Yes, quite a traditional way of doing it actually. Right, this is quite dusty, so I'm going to give it a wash first with a bit of meths. Then we'll start the finishing process.
That's a stunning piece of wood.
It's lovely, isn't it?
You can see the pattern I'm going for here.
Yep.
Well, you can see part of it. There's another step here. And then there's a slight, very, very slight bevel and a slight step down into there. It's not all showing yet. Hopefully it will when I finish.
Rob from Klingspor says someone told him that you can use coffee grounds to fill. Yeah, you can do, Rob, but just dark brown in it. So if you've got spalted timber, use coffee grounds and it looks like a bit of spalt. Depends on the wood
Coffee
you got.
grounds, if you've got a bean to cup machine like I've got, you get the joy of opening a packet of beans and the smell from that.
Grinding them up.
Then you get the first grind of them and the smell from that. But the best bit of all is when you take them out and you stick them on a baking tray and put them in the oven to dry them to put in your workshop. The smell is delicious.
Mark says it looks like a close-up of an albatross eye. I didn't know, Mark, you had checked that close on an albatross.
That's probably when he was doing archery, he was shooting them down.
Yeah, either that or you've been watching too much of.
And Malcolm says looks like a ginger dog's head with the knot as the eye.
I'm not seeing that here yet. But, oh yeah, I am. Yeah.
Just give him a little pat on the head.
It's one of the joys of having wooden walls and doors and things is you can just spend hours looking at the patterns, making things up from it. On a different line of flow and you get something completely different.
Now, Steve says that CA and colored chalk mixed with baking powder works well as a filler also. That's a new one on me.
Why the baking powder?
Baking powder works like activator. It makes it go. It makes a solid rock.
Oh, right.
It's a chemical reaction of some sort with baking powder. But
I can see the chalk bit being valid. I don't know what the baking powder did.
yeah, the chalk will be trapped in the baking powder and colour it. But I think most of the chalks I've seen are pastel, so they wouldn't really get the colour you want, really.
Rob says the patterns you see get more freaky depending on how many doom bars you've had.
If I have enough doom bars, the patterns start talking to me.
Oh, Whereas must have had a skinful because he said it looks like a melted face.
A Dali face. Something odd on this edge as well. It's a different colour.
Steve's seeing a rabbit.
Yeah, this is possibly a really good wall hanging because you can stare at it all evening and see different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of sanding sealer. As I say, I'm going to finish this properly later because there is a lot more work to be done on the back yet, and quite a bit more on the front really. It's going up to 240, but I think it needs to go up to 1000 grit and
Right.
beyond maybe. Get what I want there. But I'm not doing that on the lathe because can't be bothered. We'll chuck some wax on it.
And they clearly posh firewood greens in.
Hello, Andy.
Rob says he can see his mother-in-law and now he's scared.
Usual rules. Get your fingernails out of the way. And
Am I seeing a pink hue?
sorry, what was that, Joe?
Am I seeing a pink hue from the wood? Colour of
Yes,
pink seems to be
there
coming.
is. There's definitely some pink in there.
Well, at first I thought I was imagining it when I saw it near the eye, the supposed eye. But it's got bigger.
From here, I can see a pink line around here. It's a pink section here. That's the knot, and a bit here.
Well,
Don't know what the camera's picking up though.
pink.
Yeah, they don't sometimes, do they?
Sorry. Definitely pink under the eye bit.
Yeah,
That's
Or to
bloodshot.
the left of it now.
But it's
bit
been
of a
out in the
bloodshot eye.
Yeah.
Been out
This
in
is
the
pink
pot.
all down here,
That's where I first saw it, and then I
and
thought,
coming out through here. And
is
that
it
bit I
me?
spotted on the rim just now, it actually goes into brown, but it's coming out pink again here. So obviously I cut a little bit deeper there.
Amazing. Just adds to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
There we go.
Still can't show you exactly. I think you can just see it where my thumb is here and here. I've gone for a 3-step down. It doesn't really show.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be there.
That's
That's
stunning.
it. Bring the machine back in.
Here we are. Here we are.
And there
I,
you
Very
go.
nice, Pete.
I like
Excellent.
that piece of wood. It's
Needs a
real
little bit
nice.
more
It's lovely.
sanding on the back. I think the front I'm going to be using True Grit, and I'm going to be bringing that up to a high shine on the front.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a wall hanging than anything else,
That'll look nice hanging on the
partly
wall.
because of all the patterns in it.
Won't it?
Or you can put it on a little stand and just have it standing on a shelf.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Mm.
Thanks everybody for coming in. Sorry about the sound problems early on, and
I'm
covering for
glad you
Brian
were.
because Brian's not very well at the moment. So hopefully he'll be back in the next week or two. And we'll see you on. Who's on tomorrow? Steve's on tomorrow. And then Wayne's Saturday. Terry's on Sunday. It's Terry's Day Sunday.
Unless Pete wants to do a live Sunday, because
It's
I know
Terry's
he's
Day Sunday.
Oh,
gasping to do it. He loves it.
So
Soon
just
to be
catch
on
one of
holiday,
those
so you'll have to
somewhere.
do it then, Pete. Oh, don't forget,
Hey,
everybody,
cheerio, team.
it's hashtag week this week. Look at Sunday morning.
Hashtag.
I don't know what
Right.
the hashtag is yet, but Steve will introduce it Sunday morning.
well,
Cool. So,
Hope you've all enjoyed
so
yourself.
you know what you're cutting Sunday night then, won't you,
Yeah.
Terry?
Hit your thumbs up on the way out, people.
Yeah, hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please do
Give
so.
him a subscription.
All the usual stuff.
Yeah.
And a big thank you to Ruby, Joe, and Terry for being my support crew.
Welcome, mate. Our
Oh, you're
fantastic.
welcome. Thanks
Thank
for
you everybody for
inviting
coming
us.
in.
Yep.
Cheers for now.
See everybody. Bye for now. Bye.
bye.
Goodbye.